said that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things about to get much better. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever. Said that you felt lost 100 times before, going in circles on a one-way street, running till your feet get sore. Well, I guess you haven't heard, you ain't got around no more. Things about to get much better, so I wanna make this forever. 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 I wanna make this
최근에 눈이 왔어가지고 차가 지금 되게 더웠거든요. 그래서 오늘 스트레스도 풀 겸 세차하러 다녀오려고요.
왜?
이제 안 하나 봐.
앞접시 필요하시면 따로 말씀해주세요.
뭐지? 이제
진짜 이거는 초콜릿 초콜릿.
시나몬 넣어.
시나몬?
먹어보자.
그래 먹어보자.
아 이게 뭐가 뭔지.
of talking on the phone. But hey, I just can't wait to have you home. Oh, I'm alright for now, but I need you around. Hey, we both. So hey, why should we wait another night? Oh, I'm alright for now, but I need you around.
알곱창.